Big time, Nick is absolutely right. What was happening is we're getting bands come through. So you get a strong gust of wind of 60, 65 miles an hour, something like that. And then it dies off for a bit and then it comes back. And depending on which briefing you listen to and where they are situated along the US Gulf Coast from Mississippi and Alabama border all the way over to the west of New Orleans, the eye of the storm is going to come ashore sometime in the course of the next 5 to 10 hours. And that's a problem, because if you remember back 7 years ago, Hurricane Katrina, she came ashore as a Category 3 hurricane, and you know about the devastation that was caused in New Orleans and here in Gulfport, Mississippi, where I am. But this one, Isaac, is a Category 1, but don't let that fool you, because it's moving so slowly that it could spend hours over New Orleans or here in Gulfport, dumping lots and lots of rainfall. The storm surge could be quite high. There's already one going on a little bit, and of course leaving driving winds pounding into buildings for a long time. So it is a Category 1 hurricane, barely, but still potentially a very, very dangerous storm, Nick. And this could last for the next 24, 36 hours easily before she clears out completely. Nick?
Yeah, very dangerous, John, not least for the oil and gas industry, big industry down there in the Gulf. How is it affecting all the rigs out in the Gulf and so forth?
Yeah. Before he clears out, by the way. I think I just called Hurricane Isaac a she. Apologies for that. Yeah, if you look over my shoulder, it's hard to see in weather like this, but there's about 4,000 oil and gas drilling rigs and platforms out there somewhere. And the authorities here have told us that because of Hurricane Isaac passing by, about just over 90% of the oil industry, about 92%, and just under 70%, around about 67% of the gas industry has been closed down while this hurricane passes by. And believe it or not, that could have a knock-on effect to gas prices, petrol prices here in the US, at least for a little while. Already, of course, high here, and the economy here is struggling to recover from the financial crisis of 2008. So, even if it's not a devastating hurricane, it could have an economic effect in that way, Nick.
John, thanks very much indeed. John, we'll be back with you just as things develop there, as they are developing right now. Thanks very much indeed, John Terrett in Gulfport.